first fell in love with insects back in 2004, and they've given me a real reason to get up in the morning. And what I really love about insects is that it's not just that they run the planet and without them we wouldn't be here. It's the fact that there are muses, there are trailblazers, there are zeitgeists. When you learn all of this, you realise you'll never know enough. And insects have always got there first, and they've always, because they've been here for hundreds of millions of years, and we've been here in our common state for a few 100,000 years. They've been there and done that and made all the mistakes for us. They hold the key, they hold the answer to most of our problems. So we just have to slow down and observe them to learn more about ourselves. And with that knowledge, I started to get so inspired by insects that I put on the world's largest and only insect festival, called Pestival. Now, the insects need us. So since 1980, 45% of insect species have died out from around the world. Without these little creatures that aerate our soil, that pollinate our flowers, that pollinate our food crops, that the base of the food chain. What I love about insects is that they're our muses. So if you're a designer or a scientist or a doctor or a fashion designer, everybody has been touched by insects because there's just a never-ending, amazing amount of creativity that you can learn from them. Because lest us forget, they've been around for hundreds of millions of years, and us, as mere humans, a sneeze, a few 100,000. So they have made the mistakes for us as trailblazers, and we can just learn from them. So if we slow down and start really studying the insects, they've got there already in a sustainable way that we just have to unlock. They have the key, they have the answer. We just have to understand how to get there. They bring us our best vices. Without the chocolate mite, we wouldn't have chocolate. Without the coffee mite, we wouldn't have coffee. And without the pollinators, we wouldn't have wine. So all these things that we love and cherish in our everyday life is brought to you by the insects without any thought of money or ego, just because that's what they love to do. So what can we do to help? Firstly, stop buying any cut flowers or any garden flowers that have pesticides in them. Secondly, start buying organic food. It's getting cheaper and cheaper. Thirdly, really think about when you go out looking for insects, seeing where they're living and monitoring them, and sending those details to people like the Woodland Trust or Bug Life so that they can see where the insects are living or where they're dying out, to help plant more flowers and help create more meadows in a more controlled scientific way so that we can bring them back. And just see it as it's a very easy thing to do. It doesn't take much. It just means you have to be slightly aware for about 30 seconds longer each day. And it brings back a lot of pleasure and stops us dying. They've given me such joy and such reason for living over the last 20 years that now I want to pay them back, and I want you to join me. Let's help save the insects before it's too late, because they really need